All right, everybody, here we are. Episode, I don't even know what episode we are. 52.
52.
Just me and you, Mikey. We're live again. I think hopefully we got the volume right this time. We changed it up a bit.
Yeah.
Cameras seems to be better now. We had a little bit of glare, but I think everything's rolling there. So we're going to be live on Instagram, man.
Do I need to pull on my phone so we can see questions again?
Yeah, that would be nice.
Okay.
Well, quite the event last night here at the Coliseum, or the event center. The NA3 played New Mexico. They locked up a playoff position. Obviously, we're out. And we came up extremely short. It was just, scored on early and just couldn't seem to catch up. But, man, the crowd was really good. That's for sure. Had a lot of people here. It was good, man.
Really? It was nice and packed?
Yeah, it was, honestly, for a Tuesday night, it was really, really good. I was pleasantly surprised.
That's awesome.
And, it's it's tough for the NA3, the season coming to an end here. They got, 5 games left. 2 this weekend in New Mexico, and then 3 here the following weekend against Tulsa to end the season and kind of regroup for next year. But it's been a tough sled here lately.
Yeah. Whenever you're out of a playoff position, it's hard to stay motivated. It's hard to keep digging in, when things aren't going your way. But, credit to those guys. They show up every morning and put in the work, and you can see them, still trying to find ways to get wins. So,
it's certainly put in the effort, there's no doubt about that. It's not because of a lack of effort, but it's just one of those things, man. It wasn't meant to be this year.
Yeah, and New Mexico's a really good team.
They are. I think they're in second place, second or third.
They're in second, but the top 3 of the South teams are in the top 10 in the entire NA3, and two of the teams are in the top 5. New Mexico being one of the top 5 teams in the entire league.
That's awesome.
And like I said, at top prospects, you could see the difference.
Hopefully the South does win it. Obviously we want to root for our division, and that kind of, that's coming up real quick. Playoffs will start in a couple weeks, middle of March, and then the. Get right into it, man.
Oh, yeah. Fraser Cup's like...
I want to say it's the end of March.
Yeah, it's the last weekend.
Last weekend of March.
Yeah.
So it'll be good. It's a good event. They do a really good event for it. There's a lot of turnout. The one year we went, a couple of years ago, but we didn't win a game when we were there, but it was good either way. But we won the South and had a good showing.
Yeah, it's a good setup there. That rink is perfect for it. They combine it with the St. Louis Combine. They used to do top prospects there, right?
Yeah, they did.
So they moved it, which I think is smart. But it's a good event. Like when I was in college, I used to go and recruit the event when I could. Just watching the top NA3 teams is always good.
Good players there, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Something to look at for the NA. So back to the over to the NA side. Big weekend. This past weekend was good against the Brahmas. You split. Lost to Barn Burner on Friday night. 2-1, 3-1. They got an open ender late, and then on Saturday you came back and you won 2-1 against the best team in the league.
Yeah, some would say.
Yeah, but without their head coach and some of their players. But yeah, anyway, just the head coach. They had a full lineup.
Yeah, they were just missing one guy. The funny thing is they got better on Saturday night in terms of roster, and that was the night that we beat them.
Yeah.
I really liked our game this weekend. I thought we played some really good hockey. Just the competitiveness and the guys. Got some questions
up there, I think, Mikey. Do we?
Just some comments.
Just comments?
Yeah. Just to compete from the guys, like just that digging in and finding a way, and then the details. We worked a lot on the D zone, and you could see how it impacted the game. I thought the forecheck was great. Holohan played unbelievable.
Really well.
Both nights. They got one early. Or not really early, but they got the first one on Friday. We responded. When was the last time we had a good low to high rebound goal where somebody had to dig one out and put it upstairs the way that Reedy did? Like that, I thought that was a great goal.
Really good.
Then the one, the game winner. I don't know if you saw. Like it's hard to see from this end, but puck was bouncing. D-men went. There was 2 guys going to the net, and the kid just kind of whacked it, and it bounced. And Holohan tried to step out and get the puck. And kind of bounced over his blocker and then went to the kid, and that's why he had a wide open back door.
It's typical with bounces that we get in this barn.
Yeah.
Hopefully they'd go the other way, but unfortunately it's always for the visiting team.
Yeah, it is what it is.
But at the end of the game, like we talked about this with right down, I think it was probably 5 or 6 seconds left when Houlihan had the opportunity to cover it, but he played it.
This was on Saturday.
On Saturday night. I'm talking Saturday night. I would do that 100 times out of 100 times every time.
Oh, yeah, overtaking the face-off, 100%.
100%. So when if any listeners out there, if you watched it on Saturday night, there was, I don't know, maybe 5 seconds. Mm-hmm. Houlihan had the opportunity to freeze it, but he played it and batted it and kind of went in the corner and it almost bit him in the back. Yeah. You know what I mean? It came back, but I would take that and run the clock over and over 100 times again.
Yeah, because you just never know what can happen on a face-off. Like if somebody loses a face-off clean, there was 4.7 right when he played it, and that's more than enough time to run a face-off play. Somebody loses their coverage and get a shot through. You see it happen all the time.
Yep. And that would have been our luck.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then losing overtime.
Yeah.
That's the luck that we've been having lately, but either way.
Yeah, but the boys bounced back on Saturday. They played really well. First 10 minutes, a little bit of a slow start.
Yes, it was.
A little bit of a bend, but no break, right?
Right.
And then we started getting it going. The fourth line drew 2 penalties at the end of the first.
Right.
We ended up with a 5-on-3 to start the second, and the power play came through. Hinch with the first one, and then Rass with an absolute rip 23 seconds later.
Yeah, that was nice.
It was a nice shot, and I mean, honestly,
he come up to me during Paint the Ice. He goes, "Probably the nicest goal I ever scored."
It probably was.
It was nice.
It was. And
just because.
And I had the perfect view. From the bench, and you're watching him shoot. And we always talk about, like, if you're outside the dots, shoot for the team. If you're inside the dots, shoot to score. He was outside the dots, but he let her buck, and we just moved him from net front over to a flank on the power play, so he had an opportunity and he made the most of it. Just about blew the roof off this place too when he.
Man, was it busy in here both nights. Saturday was insane.
When that second goal was scored, I mean, this place was bumping.
Yeah, and no teams like losing. You know what I mean? But there's some teams that lose with class, and there's others that lose with whatever, man.
Win like a man, lose like a man.
You know what I mean? And it's just, I'm surprised we didn't get hate mail and emails and stuff on Facebook. And, it is what it is when it comes to certain organizations. Not organizations. It's not the organizations. It's fans. Fans, not the organization.
Yeah.
I'm not saying the Brahmas are them, but it's one of those things, man.
Yeah, I heard our fans got into it with the bench a little bit. I heard there might have been a whiteboard that came up or something like that. I don't know the truth to that. It's all speculation, so I'm just gonna.
Well, there was, and I don't know what it was. So on Friday night, before the game, I don't know what happened. There was a whiteboard by their bench, and there was a sign that said, "Hey, whatever, careful with the whiteboards, or put your whiteboards here." One of our fans put it there. How they got it there, I have no idea, because the team said we don't let anybody back. Anyway, it was there, and I thought it was pretty funny.
Oh, I thought the signs this weekend were on point.
Oh, absolutely. The ones above it.
Oh, man.
Sure.
They were great.
Our fans are awesome.
Yeah, they did a good job with that.
Keep it up.
The one thing that I get really frustrated with on the bench, when we're coming out of a media timeout.
Yeah.
So it's like a minute, give or take, right?
Yeah.
And, as a coach, you say a couple things, if there's like a major thing you have to say like every once in a while.
Right.
I don't understand how you need a minute and a half every single time, and you're constantly drawing something on the board, and to the point where you're late to the face-off.
Right.
And then what pisses me off more is when they're late like that, if that official doesn't put his hand up when we're the home team, doesn't put his hand up and give us an opportunity to change, because our guys are going to the dot, so you basically lose the last change. He gets to throw whoever he wants over the door.
100%.
And I'm like, looking at the ref, he doesn't put his hand up, and if we wanted to change, we couldn't. Like, that's just, I don't know.
Right. Aaron, we got a question over there?
I was going to say, just fix your mic a little bit.
You got to fix your mic a little bit, Mikey.
What do I need to do?
Just put it on.
Sorry, we got to just regroup here on the. But no, you're absolutely right, though, Mike. You get a minute or so for the TV timeout, or media timeout, I should say, and then you take an extra 15 seconds, and by that time, the officials should still be able to maintain what's on the ice. So, you know what I mean?
Yeah, he's got to put his hand up and let us get that last. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. But also, like, you shouldn't be taking, once that door closes, it's right to the dot. And if you're taking too long, new center or one right away. You know what I mean?
All they got to do is make an example one time. You know what I mean?
And then you control it.
Yeah, 100%.
To me, there's two things that are like extremely controllable in a game, and it's changes
Right,
and icings.
right.
Those are two of the biggest controllables. So when you mess those up, it's a piss.
You know, like when icings are whatever, you know, they're subject, right? You know, it's all perception per se when you're the linesman. You and I are racing down, right? And half the time, the linesman's not with the play, right? He's probably 10, 15 feet behind, let's be honest, right?
Yeah.
And he's just making a call because he assumes, which 9 times out of 10, they're probably right. But you can argue that all day long when they're not in a position.
Exactly.
You know, and I can speak that. I used to officiate the Rhinos years ago. Was I very good? Questionable. But
you got to be close enough to the race to see, and you
100%.
you also got to see.
And you know what? Like if it's a close game, and but it's got to go both ways. If you're going to call an icing where it's close and tight, do it both ways. If you're going to be loose about it, and just play, fellas, you know, play. But you could be hollering that from as the guys are touching top of the circle, you know, coming into the zone.
Yeah.
When I did it, first of all, I wanted the game to be over in 2:20, 2 hours and 20 minutes. Our games take 2:30, 2:40, and that's a long time for a freaking game, man. It really is. Keep the play going.
Yeah, like
It's not going to hurt anybody.
they're graded on the pace that they can keep the game going at, without a doubt.
We have any questions, Mike?
Pull it up. No, you're good. And then just that icing at the end of the game.
Yeah, it's tough.
Like he tells me, so I was like saying, he got tipped because it definitely hit a stick. Like when Jerem went to clear it,
Yeah.
and he says, "Sorry, you know, I didn't see it." I'm like, well, then what were you watching? That's literally at the end of the game. What else would you be watching? And it's just such a high pressure situation where that face off and the placement of it is everything. And that's just such a controllable.
And, you know, they were being evaluated this weekend. One of the, I don't know, a supervisor from the USA Hockey within the league was here to supervise and just check out, you know, and it's a good thing. It's not a bad thing. You know, I don't think the officials did a bad job.
No, I thought
I don't
they did
think
fine. They let us play
Yeah.
this weekend a lot more than normal.
You know, the Brahmas are big, they're strong, they're fast. We're faster.
Yeah, we're
We're
faster.
not bigger.
No.
But
No.
it was a physical game on Saturday.
Yeah, it was.
You know, and I thought it was great hockey, man. So all you fans out there that came in, you're going to see that type of hockey throughout the rest of the season, and it's going to be awesome because we're in the mix. You know, we're in 4th place out of 9. Top 6 make it. First 2 teams in our division get a first round bye, so it's going to be a play-in, so to speak. We're 3rd place 6th, 4th place 5th. So hopefully we can get some home ice advantage on that and have the first round here. This weekend is huge.
It's massive. I mean, we're tied right now with New Mexico, so each game is 2 points and 2 points that they can't get.
4-point spread, man.
Exactly. So, you know, when teams are this close, like right now, I mean, we're playing playoff hockey right now. None of those are questions here. Those are all just
Yeah,
people
I'm just kind of looking.
Yeah. So I mean, it's a huge weekend. We got New Mexico 4 times still. So all those games are massive, and especially this weekend going to their place.
Right.
You know, last time we were up there, we
Shit the bed.
Yeah, we pooped our pants a little bit on Friday and came out with a win on Saturday. But you know, and Hollahan's going back to play his old team.
Yeah, it is, man. Hollahan, not time because you've been playing good all season, man, for us, but time to shove it up their butt, bud.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not that they
You say
didn't
that.
want him, but, you know, I shouldn't. He's a good goalie, man.
Yeah, he's good.
Hughes is good, too.
He's real good.
You know what I mean? So our goaltending future for next year with Hughes coming back is good. You know what I mean? We're going to be in a good spot. We had some key tender signings, you know, in the last, 7 to 10 days, which is nice. We're going to start to announce some of those on social media. I think we need to do that. So, man, things are looking good.
Yeah, for sure.
We make the playoffs, which we're going to.
Mm-hmm.
It's a whole new season, man.
Oh, at that point,
Standings don't matter.
It's irrelevant at that point. And that's what we talked about on Saturday was if we play that way, come playoff time, we're going to be a real dangerous team.
100%. And you know, like coming into this arena is not easy to play, I don't think. You know, everybody gets up to play it because of the atmosphere. You don't get that everywhere. Mm-hmm. And, you know, are there better places to play? Whatever. I'm sure there are. Are there worse? Of course there are. But our fans, man, are awesome. You come to a game, by 6:30, there's a line at both doors waiting to get in. My phone doesn't stop ringing for tickets, I don't know, all day, up until game time.
Mm-hmm.
and it's insane.
It's crazy, and it's always
And that's both teams.
It's always sold out on Saturdays. Always sold out on Saturdays.
And Fridays are a close second, man.
Yeah, Friday was packed too. It
Yeah.
it wasn't quite there, but it was.
Now, I was debating, like I talked to Ticketmaster, and they're like, not quite. So I didn't want to, fudge it, but man, it was close.
Yeah, it was a good crowd both nights. Like it was awesome.
Really good crowd.
Really good hockey games too. Like the crowd was into it, and then the paint the ice on Saturday, that was awesome.
Really cool event. We had a good showing for that. I think we did. It was a good one this year. Due to the fact is we didn't run the clock for an hour because everybody got to paint. They got to paint something. We ran the clock for 30 minutes, which was more than enough time. And the guys did it. We had some nice pictures we put on social media. It's such a great event because all little kiddos get out there and they can. Even the players, even the adults like to get out there and draw something and have their favorite saying or who they like or whatever the kind of messages they're doing.
Yeah, my kid loved it. She was out there.
Yeah, I saw her, man.
She was painting away. She was loving it.
I saw she put her number 25. I saw that.
Yeah, right, buddy.
We're going to get to that.
She's number 7.
Maybe now.
The lineage continues.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, I'm getting you back, dude.
We'll see.
My kid, like I talked to her. I said, "So what number are you wearing next year? You going to go 77?" No, I'm going back to 7. Coach already asked me. I was like, "What the?"
You got a smart kid. You really do.
Nah, she's been dropped on her head a few times. She's not. Anyway, hopefully she's watching. She called me or she texted me this morning. Dad, you get my plane ticket to come home yet? Don't you love me? Like, you only call when you need something.
She called you yesterday morning just to talk.
She was bored. You were there. I'm bored.
But she called you just to talk.
She probably wanted something.
Which is a good thing.
She probably wanted something. Nah, she's a good kid.
She's probably going to work her way to it, yeah.
Yeah, let's be honest. But no, so she's wearing number 7 next year.
Awesome. I'm going to need a jersey, Cameron.
Whatever. Yeah, give me $200. I'll give you one.
Okay.
Whatever. So this weekend, New Mexico, 4 hours down the road, 260 miles.
Yeah.
It's going to be good.
Yeah, it should
I was
be.
debating on making the trip up Friday, but I got some stuff to do that I can't. I'll certainly be watching. I know there's a lot of fans. I would assume that are going to go. I talked to Stan, their owner up there. He's like, "Hey, you guys going to come and get you some tickets?" And I said, man, sorry, unfortunately not, Stan. But would love to go. One of these days we're going to hit you up on it. Likewise, but you need to get you come here.
Yeah, I will say.
He's a great human being.
Yeah, any of our fans that are going up, get there early because they sell out and they don't have the capacity that we have.
Yeah.
And seats are gone pretty quick. Because it is a smaller seated environment, it is always packed and it's intense.
Yeah, they do well.
They do.
They draw well for what they hold in there, and they have a great organization. Stan does such a good job with it, and he's just he's a pro, man. You know what I mean? He's just a pro. I got nothing bad to say about that man. Treats his guys right and does everything right.
Yeah, it's a nice facility. Smaller neutral zone, which factors in a bit. And then just the angle, though, down the ice to see in the far end is tough as a coach on that bench. But other than that, it's a good place to play.
Years ago, when I was playing with the Buzzards, when I was here, I think it was my first year, we had the rodeo in town. I think it was the rodeo, and we had no ice. So we went up and practiced in that outpost arena before it was renovated.
When they used to have all the characters.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. You remember those days?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so, it's still, he's done a great job upgrading it. But I know what you're saying by, blind spot in the far end.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough when you're on the bench to see it.
Well, it's tough in any barn.
Yeah, it is. And I will say you got to watch your P's and Q's a little bit because they bring that camera right up on your face and you'll be on the broadcast. So just make sure.
We know what that's about, eh, Sherman?
Yeah. Yeah, watch your mouth.
Yeah, gotta watch your P's and Q's. Just know your surroundings,
of course.
But no, it'll be a good weekend up there. Another good test because they're battling. They've been playing some good hockey, man.
They're 7-3 in their last 10,
and the NA3's up there this weekend too. So they play, and it's a good thing I checked the schedule. I just assumed it was a Friday, Saturday for both you guys, but then I checked the schedule. I'm like, shit. The NA3 goes up Saturday, Sunday. You guys are up Friday, Saturday. So I had to call the bus company back and say, hey, man, my bad.
Yeah, need it on Saturday.
It needed it on Saturday, but I think it's going to be a good weekend for both. I think the rivalry is especially with the NA is starting to pick up a bit, which is going to be good, especially now if we can get some wins, get up there, and then if there's, we play those guys in the first round, that would be good too.
Yeah, I mean, the way if things continue just on pace right now, like the playoffs start today, that's our matchup right now. In a perfect world, we need to hold on to that 4 seed to make sure that we have home ice. So is it automatic because of the distance? Will there be a back and forth or no?
So for the first round, it's just 3 in whatever barn higher seed.
No matter what.
No matter what. Now, when you get into the actual 1 through 4, 2 through 3,
you trade
2, 2, 1.
2, 2, 1. So
So
steal
2
one
at home, 2 on the road.
So steal 1 on the road, and then you got home ice.
Yeah, 100%. That'd be good.
Yeah.
That'll be good, man. This is, playing hockey in the springtime, there's nothing better.
Yeah.
I remember when I was playing junior in Humboldt, because it'd be so freaking cold during the winter. Man, when, spring came and we made the playoffs, the snow was melting, sun's coming up, man, it was just a freaking party.
Oh, it's the best. Yeah, playoff hockey time is the best.
Yeah. There's nothing better.
And then a full series, too. Like, that's the best thing. Like, a 5-game series, usually the best team's going to win. A 3-game series,
you never know.
You never know. But it's a lot different. I'm used to, in college, it's a single-game elimination.
That sucks.
It's tough, man. But it
Just have one bad outing.
But it makes for a crazy environment. Like last year, a number 5 seed got upset by like a 17 seed.
Exactly, man.
Spend, $30,000 to go there for one game.
Yeah.
When you're a number 5 seed in the country. It's tough.
Yeah.
But it happens.
A tough pill to
It
swallow.
happens.
So you're the AD there, and you're like, what the?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
1 year, the number 2 seed got upset.
That's tough. Tough. I guess that's what it is, man. When you're playing single elimination, makes it certainly interesting. But we're looking forward to a format, like you said, 2, 2, and 1. We've wanted that. Maybe we're counting our chicks before they hatch, but we've always looked forward to that. Last year we did that. It was great.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully we can repeat this year. It's been a good season, up and down. A lot of changes throughout the year.
No doubt.
And with both teams, I should say, but it's been good. I think we're in a place where we want to be, where we needed to be, and it's been good, man.
Yeah, moving along, and right now the push is just 12 games left. The push is just make the playoffs. In a perfect world, you have home ice for the first one, and then just try to make some noise. I think with the parity in this division,
Crazy.
like anything can happen come playoff time. Really.
Yeah. No, and that's the thing. Like, people ask me, so are we good this year? Like, like every team in our division is good. Like there's not one bad team, despite what records say, but any team can beat any team on any given night.
Yeah, like Oklahoma.
There's nothing for sure.
Like Oklahoma, like they're just in a down year, right? They went through
still getting wins.
Yeah, they went through some changes, but to that point of everybody can beat everyone, they beat Corpus on Saturday, and I'm pretty sure, don't quote me on this, but I think they have Shreveport's number this year, and Shreveport's good.
Yeah, Shreveport is good.
So-
and this is one of those, and Odessa's had our number all year.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And it's just one of those things where, matchups, whatever, whether it's a mind games or whatever, it's just certain teams can dominate certain teams on any given night.
Yeah, technically New Mexico has our number. They took
Right.
2 from us here, and then we split with them there,
Right.
and they had that comeback. And so they're 3-1 against us this regular season. So, 4 undecided, but we'll see.
But that's the kind of hockey that you want to play. You know what I mean? Like where every game means something,
Mm-hmm.
especially coming down the wire, because, anything can happen. But the guys have been, this past weekend, I don't think I've seen, I told you that after the first period on Friday night. I think that's the best period I've seen these guys play all year.
I agree. And I think that, the biggest thing for me is that now they need to understand what they're capable of when they play that way. And really, there is no ceiling if they do play that way. And so I think, the message has just been, to try to replicate that and continue on and, not take a step back and continue to take a step forward.
100%. And, good couple days of practice. Yesterday was really good. Today was good. So just keep that momentum going and following up with another solid weekend. It's consistency is going to win.
The 915 takeover show is asking when's the next game.
Hey, what's up, fellas? The next game is going to be for the NA is going to be in 2 weeks, March. What is it?
I can pull it up real quick.
So the 7th, 8th, and 9th, which is not this weekend, next weekend, the NA3 plays against Tulsa, which is their final set of games for the season.
Mm-hmm.
And then the NA plays after that,
14th, 15th.
14th and 15th, and that is against
Oklahoma City.
Oklahoma City. So that'll be a good one too. Another good test for us. So.
Yeah, 4 in a row versus Oklahoma City, home and home.
My boys on the 915 takeover. They came here
Oh yeah.
and good dudes. So appreciate you guys checking in, man. When are you guys going to come back on the show? And why don't I come over there, man? Yeah, I like your new logo too. You guys do a good job, man. Couple good dudes. Any more?
Sorry, no, mine's frozen though. Hold on.
That's the only question right now. But no, it's been a good season, man. And how about we'll talk about it real quick. We got about 5 minutes or so. Canada, USA.
What about it?
Yeah, exactly. Speaking of that, when are we going for lunch, man?
Next week.
Next week. Okay,
Yeah,
next
busy week.
Busy week this week, so we'll go next week.
The guy said, let's rock it out together. We got to schedule a game.
Yeah, man. I know
do
we were
it.
supposed to do something a couple weeks ago, but time lost control. But let's hook up this week or early next week, and we can chat about it, man.
Doors are always open for you guys.
Yeah, man. They're good
go.
dudes, man. Good dudes.
So Canada, US, good game,
It was an awesome game.
unbelievable.
You know what I
game.
mean? Like, so, hockey fans out there, good or bad, whoever you were cheering for, you just cheered for the game. It was good.
Yeah, honestly, biggest surprise of the game was Bennington.
Because we talked about that. That was going to be Canada's weak point, and it ended up being their focal point.
He saved the game in overtime.
I did. Couple times.
Yeah, couple times. Yeah, the big blocker save on Matthews, and then it was almost immediately after that they ended up scoring the winner.
And it was kind of ironic, like Sidney Crosby 10 years ago or whatever. He was the overtime hero.
Mm-hmm.
Now McDavid passing the torch type of thing. Anytime you leave him wide open in the slot like that, it's like a Corey Heon. You're going to score.
Yeah, even the NHL players make mistakes in D-zone coverage.
Right. Yeah, it was certainly a breakdown. But you know what? Matthews, I do not like that guy as a player. That was his guy. Absolutely.
Yeah.
He did a freaking drive-by in the corner.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And then, boom.
Yeah.
Where was he during that Four Nations? He was invisible, man. How many goals did he score? One?
He had one, and he had that chance in OT.
Okay. How many goals did he score?
He played 3 games.
How many goals did he score? He scores 70 a season in the freaking NHL.
I mean,
Bennett scored one.
yeah.
And?
So he didn't have. He didn't.
What's
he,
the price tag on
wasn't-
Matthews versus Bennett? Probably about double his salary.
Oh
easily.
yeah. Yeah.
Talk
but,
about a lunch bag letdown.
but there's no GM in the NHL that's taking Sam Bennett over Austin Matthews.
100%. But where's
He was-
that's the whole thing about him. Where's
No,
he at in playoffs? Where's he at in playoffs, man?
He's fine in playoffs. I mean, don't get me wrong. The Leafs are choke artists. It's Marner who's the bad one. He's
Did you
the
see
one.
that pass he did last night?
Who?
Marner dropped it to his skate and kicked it over.
No,
Pretty nice.
That's pretty nice.
Yeah. So check that out.
He's a letdown in the playoffs.
The Leafs are let down in the playoffs.
The only one that comes through is Nylander.
And he's a letdown.
Not in the playoffs. He always comes through in the playoffs.
When's the last time they won the cup?
Well, I think the Leafs are. I'm not a Leafs fan. I'm not
You
advocating for that.
sure seems like it.
No. I'm not a Leafs fan.
I know. Anyway,
I'm a Craig Berube fan, though.
I like him.
Yeah.
I like him. But back to Matthews. Drive by. This guy scores. Boom.
Puck switches sides. Guy checking in the middle.
But you don't. Nobody talks about that, do they?
What are you talking about? It was all over social media. There was like screenshots all over
Was there really?
about his coverage. Yeah.
Well,
Only-
exactly.
No, he messed up. That's
Totally.
his guy. Yeah.
But he did. Like, it was just a bona fide drive by.
Yeah.
Just floating. But I don't. Maybe it's a mustache.
I think he represents a new age of NHL player, a new age of athlete that has a little bit more flash that you are just not a fan of.
I don't. Yeah, no. Obviously, I'm not.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm not a fan.
You don't like guys like that.
I don't like him.
Like guys with personalities, you know?
I have a personality. I like guys with personality.
Let me rephrase that. You don't like when guys express their personality.
Showing up to a game in a freaking Hawaiian shirt is not the way to go, man. Look at those guys during COVID. You know what I'm talking about. They look like freaking idiots.
Okay, I mean, I'm not going to disagree with that, but you know, he likes fashion. Let him do his thing.
Whatever, man. We'll choose to disagree. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
It's all right.
I know you're obviously you're freaking
It's all right, man.
Maple Leaf Matthew
People
boy.
can be their own people. It's all right.
Yeah, man. I guess they can.
Problem, but
Exactly. But anyway, it's been fun, Mike. We're going to wrap this up this weekend. Good luck.
thank you.
You guys leave Friday morning-ish. Yeah, Friday morning, 9 o'clock. You guys going to skate?
Yeah, we're skating. We just solidified that today, so I got to talk to Kyle about switching.
I don't know if he's going to skate. Why would he? He can't skate. He plays at 2. Oh, no.
It's all right, man.
I messed up again. He
It's all right,
plays
man.
Saturday, not Friday. It's coming. It's coming.
All right.
Yeah, switch him. He'll be all right. Kyle was supposed to be here today, but he wasn't feeling so well, so
It's all right.
it'll be all right. Anyway, thank you everybody for joining. Stay tuned tomorrow for the podcast dropping with Tropical Smoothie. It'll drop at 9:15. Had a good episode there. Huge sponsor of the Rhinos. You know, lots to talk about. Some of the drinks really cool. As always, shout out to all our sponsors, T2Go, everybody. You guys are awesome. And thanks again, Mikey, for jumping on.
Of course.
All right, we'll talk to you guys later. Thanks for watching.